Yo, what's going on, fellas? How are you doing on this great Tuesday morning? Really hope you're doing well. Hope your day's off to a good start. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me here, talking our sports and talking our sports betting as well. Sorry we weren't with you guys on yesterday to kick off the week, but just a lot of craziness going on here with the kiddos and everything, and I just wasn't able to pull off the show. And I am sad to announce as well that we'll have to miss tomorrow's show. Kevin's funeral service is going to be tomorrow morning, so obviously I'll be attending that service for Kevin and won't be with you guys tomorrow. So we'll do today, and then we'll pick it back up again there on Thursday. If you want to know what my bets are, of course, on Wednesday, just make sure you follow me over on Twitter. We'll make sure we go ahead and tweet the card out sometime earlier on in the morning. All right, let's go ahead and make sure we recap last week, dive onto the action from recapping yesterday, and then we'll kick off the action for today, see what's loaded on today in the MLB slate. Going ahead and throwing up that recap there from last week. Tripped up last week for the second time, in 12 weeks. That's right. That's now our second losing week in our last 12 weeks. We've really been on a heater, and thankfully it wasn't that bad of a losing week, I guess. Down 1.29 units. Still positive on the year, though, plus 3.74 units at arbitrage year to date. Not a lot of opportunities last week to really put money. I think there was only like 2 arbitrage plays, so hopefully that picks back up, and it certainly at least did pick up today with a lot of WNBA promos out there. What about some of those good wins? So from last week, how about Trevor Williams coming through again with another F5 money line? The man is a wizard. He's an absolute wizard, wiggling out of jams. And this time, of course, he gets it done up against the Baltimore Orioles. So you love to see that right there. Jordan Hicks over on his strikeouts. He came through for us. Just a good outing by him, going 5 strong, getting the necessary strikeouts. And how about in the England Championship? Taking both playoff games and going under. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know whether it's the playoff games like in a scenario of the England Championship, or if it's, Champions League final, Europa League final, these kind of big final matches, I generally like taking unders. I went ahead and parlayed the 2 England Championships leg ones together and got an easy cash. Both of them 0-0 finishes. Doesn't get much easier than that, boys. Really incredible stuff. And if you're wondering, I already sent out the tweet and we've already parlayed leg 2 under 3.5s. We got leg 1 at minus 134. We've got the second leg parlayed under 3.5 at plus 118. So got a really good price on second leg, both matches going under 3.5. And just a little clarity, it's Leeds versus Norwich and West Brom versus Southampton, if you haven't gone ahead and put that in. Plus 118 is what we got. I have no idea what that's at. Now, what were some of those losses, though, from last week that contributed to a losing week? Royals on the money line and Pirates F5 team total. Those were our bookend bets. The last bet on Tuesday, the first bet on Wednesday. Each of those scenarios up to bottom of the inning, 2 outs, just need that last out and unable to get it done. Obviously, the Brewers go on a little bit of a rally, hitting a 3-run home run, and the Pirates go on a rally by their own. Nelson Cruz, or I don't even think his name is, I don't even think it's Nelson, actually. Anyway, so the bases clearing double. So went ahead and sunk down. Brutal stuff to be. Brutal. I mean, look, hell, you lose 1.29 units. Just take away those 2 bad beats, right? You're just 1 out away from cashing each of those bets. Tough stuff right there. Arizona and Cincinnati on the Nerfy, going into that game, Hunter Green and only give up 2 home runs all year. Gave up 1 in the top of the first, unfortunately, on a really good pitch. So can't even be really that mad at him. Just a good piece of hitting there by Peterson as well. Newcastle on the money line. We, of course, had that parlay with Manchester City. Just really unfortunate that the home and away splits there for Newcastle and Brighton couldn't come through. And then, of course, we've had VAR. It's certainly helped us a few times this season, but more times than not, boy, VAR has tripped us up this season. Newcastle had the game-winning goal in the 85th minute, and VAR took it away for offsides. Right call, but it just seems like VAR has certainly not been on our side for much of this season. And then on Friday, going 3 for 6 on Friday, of course, we had a lot of plays there. We just got tripped up. Athletics on the money line didn't come through. D-backs F5 money line. Giants on the run line didn't come through. Tigers and Twins F5 team total. That parlay hit, so that was really good. A plus 218 cash. Chicago and Pittsburgh F5 under 3.5. That was painful right there because the 4th run was scored in the 5th inning on an error. Brutal loss right there. Just as we thought we were going to get a cash, you got bit by the error right there. Charlie Morton went over on his strikeouts, and Carlos Carrasco also went over on his strikeouts, but Brian Wu and Griffin Canning, they stayed under on their strikeouts, and that rounded out a 3-6 day on Friday. So one in which that didn't go our way. Look to bounce back and see if we can make it to, what is it going to be, 11 and 14? Yeah, it'd be 11 and 14 if we can pull it off, or I'm not even getting the numbers right off the top of my head. What did it say? We've had profit in 10 of 12 Yeah, 10 of 12. So, yeah, we just need to go 11 and 13. Yeah, that's right, Matt. So, let's pull in some profit. See if we get to go ahead and do that. And we did do that yesterday by getting a little bit, of itty little bit of profit, 0.19 units. Good stuff right there. Felt good to hit the Arrighetti and Hudson over 1.5 walks parlay. Both of them, I believe, ended the game with 2 walks. Really good parlay right there. Plus 135. Oof, love to see that right there. I was waiting, been waiting for a few weeks because these guys have gotten tons of walks. I mean, Arrighetti's now done this in every single start he's had. Hudson's done it in all but one of his starts. I was waiting for those guys to get paired up on the same day and drop them in a parlay. Yesterday was our first opportunity. We'll see if we get that luck again 5 days later where we can make that same parlay with those guys. Montgomery were 4.5 Ks. He'd gone under 4.5 Ks at every start this season, but not last night as he goes 7 strikeouts on those Cincinnati Reds in a repeat performance. So definitely a little bit of a surprise right there. Got a couple money lines to go our way, though. Phillies on the money line. They get some ninth inning magic there off Edwin Diaz to claw back into that game, and then they eventually win in the 10th inning. Rays on the money line at even money. They get it done. Athletics do get tripped up. They can't bring us in a good cash. And Padres F5 team total loses as we only get 1 run through the Bogarts on a home run. And then a couple bets got a push or a rain out there in the Rangers and the Nationals game. So that's how it went there, boys. How's it going there? How is it going there, fellas? What's up, Taylor? All right, let's go. Best of luck to you, man. Best of luck. I do not have a bet for today's Tottenham versus Man City game. I mean, just go look at the odds. I think they make it really tough. We're waiting for lineups to get and come out, but I know, City's had an awful record at White Hart Lane. Haven't won there in forever, but I got a feeling they're going to go ahead and get on into White Hart Lane. How you feeling, Tottenham fans? How are you feeling? We don't have Corey with us. He's, of course, on vacation. How's it going, Steven? How are you feeling there? You want to just go ahead and lose? Why do people say they want to go ahead and lose? Just so Arsenal can't be the champion? Like, so Arsenal can't be the champion, you want to lose? I've never rooted for my team to lose. Man, is that true, though? I'm sure I've rooted for the Buffalo Bills to probably improve their draft pick on week 17 of the NFL. I don't know, just a weird feeling. I mean, hell, Champions League football is still in the grasp for Tottenham. I don't get into that. Ain't no player, ain't no manager on that trying to lose today's game. So I look forward to a good game. Obviously, it was a 3-3 cracker. I remember watching that when I was at the Guinness Brewery downtown here in Chicago. Just opened up that brewery not too long ago. It was just a great game. I was in there watching it for that one. So hopefully we get some more fireworks and we can be thoroughly entertained. And I kind of do want to see the title race go down to the last week. So let's see if Man City can't win this game today. But, yeah, we'll see. I guess, oh, here it is, Steven. I mean, yeah, you can't root for your team to lose. I'm glad you're not doing that. You see a lot of that chatter there just so Arsenal can't lift it. But you think City's going to smash? Yeah. I hear you. Let's see. I think we know what we'll get from a lineups perspective. Guardiola, obviously, not going to mess around here. Only 2 games to go left in their season, so you'll get their big boy lineups. We know the concerns there with Tottenham, so we'll see what happens. See what the lines look like when the lineups do drop. But glad to hear you're going to be rooting for Spurs today, man. Glad to hear it. All right, let's go talk some baseball there, boys. Yo, what's going on, boys? Looking forward to talking about today's MLB slate with you guys. Of course, missed it yesterday. We'll have to miss it with you guys tomorrow, so I'm really excited to talk today's MLB slate. Got 7 bets on today's card. 5 of them I already tweeted. 2 of them I'll give you here live on today's show. So with that being said, let's just jump on into the action. Let's go right to second bases. That's what we do here in the second inning. We'll take a couple games and we'll break them down. And I want to go to Atlanta, and I want to look at this Cubs game where they're taking on the Atlanta Braves. I want to target the Cubs here at this spot up against Chris Sale because I like what the Cubs are doing from a left-handed hitting standpoint. They're doing a lot of things right. A really high walk rate, which is great at 10.5%. A really low strikeout rate at 17.9%. They're also crushing the baseball at 298, slugging 452, and an OPS of 821 with their weighted runs created at 136. Now, Chris Sale's had a nice little season so far, but everything that the Cubs doing versus left-handed, it's not, just hitting, they strike out a lot and they don't draw any walks. They're doing it all, walking, not striking out, crushing the ball, lots of power with that slugging at 452. I like the Cubs F5 team total over 1.5 and we're getting it at plus money. I really like that. 2 runs coming off last night's game in which they got shut out. Much better from the left-handed hitting pitching. So I forward the Cubs to have a nice bounce-back day. I'll be taking the Cubs F5 team total over 1.5. I also want to do something here again with another kind of a team total with this Yankees games taking on the Twins. I'm going to do my first ever F7. It seems like these 2.5s are tripping us up, right? You're getting the runs in the 6th inning and what have you. So any game that my pivot to the F7 is going to be any game where the F5 is at 2.5 because that's where you get tripped up. You don't get tripped up on the 1.5s. Teams can generally get a couple runs through the first 5 innings, but sometimes getting that third run can be difficult. So in a scenario in which the 2.5 is sitting there for the F5 and the bullpen is dog shit, I want to go ahead and pivot to the F7. I want that 6th inning where sometimes the starting pitcher obviously gets exposed, goes through the lineup sometimes for the 3rd or the 4th time through it. And then obviously you can get in the bullpen. If the bullpen numbers don't look good, okay, I want to go ahead and get a piece of that. We've got Chris Paddock on the mound today for the Minnesota Twins, and the Yankees, no big surprise. They're just doing great versus right-handers, kind of like the Cubs. They walk a lot at 10.9. They don't strike out at 15.7. Hitting the ball at 285, slugging 500, 876 OPS, and with the weighted runs created at 154. And then you add in this Minnesota Twins bullpen if we do need help, because it's only 1 run difference. The F5 is 2.5, the F7 is 3.5. So we're only asking for 1 more run. And if we need to get in that bullpen for innings 6 and 7, boy, the numbers look really great because the bullpen ERA is 7.81, the FIP is 4.8, the WHIP is 1.8, and the opponent's batting average is 298. All those numbers sit bottom 3 in the MLB. So definitely a bullpen that is getting crushed lately. I look for the Yankees to do some damage up against Paddock, and then if they need to do it, just keep it going up against this Twins bullpen. So I like the F7. First ever F17 total over 3.5 plus 120. Let's go ahead and shut up and pitch now and get to some pitching props. And let's do J.P. Sears of the Oakland Athletics, our guy that came through us when he pitched against the Yankees. Well, that's because the Yankees were struggling versus left-handers. That's not the case today, taking on the Houston Astros. He's under in 4 of his 8 starts. I'm going to do under 17.5 outs at minus 110 over at DraftKings. The Houston Astros are much like the Yankees and much like the Cubs, doing really good versus left-handed pitching. Batting .307, slugging .455, OPS is .812 with the weighted runs created at 130. Going to make J.P. Sears work today because they're not going to strike out at 18.9%. Just a good recipe of them and their numbers and keeping J.P. Sears under. So I like J.P. Sears under 17.5 outs. My other pitching prop and shut up and pitch is going to be Aaron Savali. There are the Tampa Bay Rays, over 15.5 outs at plus 140 over at DraftKings. He hasn't gone over recently in his starts. If you looked, he's had a lot of 4.1s and 4.2s. He's only got a couple overs on the season, but I'm encouraged by the Boston Red Sox numbers. This is the reason why we were on the Rays money line yesterday, is the Red Sox are struggling. Only hitting 207, slugging 361. Their weighted runs created well below league average at 74. So I hear you, but I think at this good plus 140 price, they're giving you a good number to go ahead and take a stab at this one, even though he doesn't have a great hit rate, going up against an opponent in which he can do it. Faced the Boston Red Sox twice last season, went over 15.5 outs in both of those outings last season. So give me Aaron Savali over 15.5 outs at plus 120. Good morning there, Tim. I said Kim, I meant Tim. I was looking at the next thing there. What's up, Tim? What's going on, man? What do you got? What's your favorite long shot today, Tim? You know what mine is? Going right back to it. Yesterday's Rays at even money. I'll go right back to the Rays again today. Just mentioned how the Red Sox aren't able to hit right-handers. The Rays are better. It's the reason why we were on the Rays yesterday, and the Rays have the bullpen. So I like the Rays. I really wanted to get to the Angels and Cardinals is really where I wanted to get to. Angels at plus 125 on Bet Rivers. You're getting a little bit of hitting advantages. You're getting some bullpen advantages. I really like the Angels, boys. I think they're worth a play there at plus 125, but I'll stick with the Rays. It's my official play here at long shot. 5th inning, keep swinging. You using these picks yet on the MLB app? I got my new season high 7. I'm on a 7-game hit streak there on the MLB Beat the Streak. See if I can keep it going. Pete Alonso, he's 16 for 46 up against Aaron Nola with 5 home runs. So obviously, we got Dinger Tuesday as well on Caesars and FanDuel. Look for Pete Alonso to go ahead and maybe hit another home run off Aaron Nola. Carlos Santana, he's 13 for 34 up against Carlos Rodon. I also look for Ty France. Boy, 15 plate appearances up against Michael Wacha. 9 hits, and 5 of those have been doubles. A really good over 1.5 total bases candidate as well, because you get that Royals bullpen to go along with it if you need any late inning hits as well to contribute to the over 1.5 bases. Really like Ty France, and like Randy Arozarena, he's 7 for 19 up against Nick Pivetta with 1 home run. So 2 fantastic numbers. I'm going to use Arozarena and France on the MLB beat the streak. See if I can't be sitting here tomorrow with a 9 and keep on climbing the ladders. I love that game. Hopefully you guys are playing that one as well. 6th inning, it's a steal. I'd like to give you my Nerfy of the day. We've been tripped up by our last 2 Nerfies of the days, and I got to take the blame for that, fellas. You guys know why we haven't hit our last 2 Nerfies of the day? Or we're wearing the shirt. We weren't wearing the shirt. We weren't bringing the vibes and the energy. Well, I got the shirt on today, so I'm bringing the vibes, I'm bringing the energy, and we're going to make up for 2 tough beats on our last 2 Nerfies with Nationals White Sox Game 1. Nationals White Sox Game 1. Nerfy minus 113 over on FanDuel. These teams are 1st and 4th best at nerfing in the league. The Nationals are 1st best at 85%, and again, the White Sox are 4th best in nerfy percentage at 81%. The teams really aren't hitting right-handers from a batting average standpoint. It's only 226 and 219. They're 21st and 23rd in slugging, so not a lot of hitting, not a lot of power. Trevor Williams is on the mound up against Chris Flexen. Chris Flexen, a weird season in which he was a starter, he was a bullpen, and now he's back to being a starter. And I'd say perhaps he figured something out when he was in the bullpen. They clearly sent him down there to work on something because he's had 3 good outings. He's had 3 clean outings in the 1st inning, and he's turned his season around with whatever they figured out. So I like Chris Flexen today, and then Trevor Williams, our dog. Trevor Williams, I trust. He's been clean in 3 of his last 4 starts, missed up against the Houston Astros. Look for him to go ahead. And it's his last 3 that have actually been clean on. Hasn't even given up runs in his last 2. We know that because Orioles Rangers F5 money line has treated us really good. See if Trevor Williams can't have a clean 1st inning and treat us good on a Nerfy in Game 1. Nationals White Sox, it's minus 113 over on FanDuel. 7th inning coming to a stretch. I'd like to give you my best bet of the day, and sometimes my best bet of the day isn't the one that is the most juicy, but today it is the one that's going to go ahead and be the most juicy. Just the way it is. It's going to be the Cardinals and the Angels, F5 under 4.5 runs, minus 150 over on DraftKings. We faded the Cardinals before versus left-handers. I'm going to go right back to the well and fade them again with another left-hander on the mound and Reed Detmers because they only hit 188. The slugging is 256, and the weighted runs created is 38 in 123 plate appearances. That's a real number, and we know that's a real number. We faded the Cardinals up against the left-handers, and that's treated us well. We've gotten wins, so go back to the well there. And then the Angels aren't doing much versus right-handers in their own right. They're only hitting 201, slugging 320 with the weighted runs created of 65, and obviously Sonny Gray's on the mound. He's had a great season, got tripped up in his last start. Is that because, a one-off? Is that because maybe he's starting to regress? Or is that because he just saw the Brewers 3 starts ago? I like to say it's a lot of hitter familiarity, and that's why he wasn't as successful last time as opposed to earlier on the season. So Sonny Gray's been doing good. Detmer's good. 2 struggling teams. I'll take the F5 under 4.5 at minus 150. Double play, favorite parlay of the day. Yankees money line. That's been really weird. The odds on that one. It was about minus 130 when I did the handicap in. It went up to about minus 142, and now it's minus, let's see, it was minus 121. See if it's moving again. It's minus 122. I don't get it. The Yankees are crushing right-handers, as I mentioned. We're going to be on that F7 total. The Twins aren't doing much versus left-handers, only hitting 231, weighted runs created of 80. The only thing they do is they avoid the strikeout, so I do think Carlos Rodon under 5.5 Ks is another good look because they only strike out at 18.5%. But from a bullpen standpoint, I gave you the Twins bullpen numbers. They're all bottom 3 in the league, and we know the Yankees have a really good bullpen. They're sitting top 10 in the league. Their arms are fully rested. I like Yankees on the money line, and I'm going to parlay that with Phillies on the money line. That was one of our good cashes yesterday. Got a little late inning magic. Well, the Phillies do everything better. 2 right-handers on the mound, so it's easy to compare the numbers. Phillies are significantly better. Phillies are actually 1st in Major League Baseball, hitting 296. Their weighted runs created is 144. That's 2nd best. They're crushing the ball. Mets are hovering around about average with the weighted runs created of 104, hitting 254, slugging 380. Just can't keep up with what the Phillies are doing right now from an offensive standpoint. You already saw the Mets bullpen, the closers, and Edwin Diaz, give up the game yesterday, and then they lose it in extra innings. The Phillies are great numbers. The ERA is 1.9, the FIP is 3.7, the WHIP is 1.02, and the opponent's batting average is 1.75. And then from a starter standpoint, I would say probably maybe a little bit advantage to the Mets just because Aaron Nola's been around for so long and they've seen a lot of him, where the Phillies maybe haven't seen Butto that much. But with the way the Phillies are swinging the bat right now versus right-handers, boy, you can't ignore their numbers. So Phillies, Yankees, moneyline parlay, plus 210 for the double play today. It comes in at plus 210. All right, let's toss all these bets on up here, and then we'll talk some rapid fire. Let's get into it. Oh yeah, we gotta do the early win too. You like Nats with Williams going? I cannot like Trevor Williams, man. I hear you. God, he's treating us so good. When I saw the Nerfy numbers of, obviously they were, like I said, league best, White Sox fourth best. I went with the Nerfy route. Flexen's been good, but yeah, hard not to like Trevor Williams. It's minus 125. I'm looking right now. Not bad. Not bad. Neither team is hitting worth shit right now. Nationals are worse than the White Sox. Of those two teams that were 226 and 219, it was the Nationals that were 219. The Nationals that have a worse slugging. I hear you, though. Trevor Williams has been really, really stinking good, but I think there's a better one on them. I think there's a better one that you could use it for personally, but it's not a bad one. It's not a bad one. Let's go ahead and jump on into it, boys. And let's see. 6 is the best I've made it on. Oh, MLB beat streak. 6? Nice. Frustrating raid, man. A really frustrating game. You think it's so easy. Just pick 2 guys a day. Get a hit. Nothing to it. No, it's frustrating as hell. See if we can get a couple more wins today. Good luck on that one, Tim. Phillies and Mets. Over-under of 8. Phillies minus 130. Oh, I got to throw my bets up. Woo. That was not what we wanted to do. There we go. Phillies, same price I got, minus 135, so it hasn't moved at all. Mets plus 114. I'm just going to stick with the Mets here at minus 135. I do like the offensive numbers enough for the Mets, and you saw both teams use high leverage guys yesterday in that extra inning game. So I do like the over 8 as well. Give me over 8 and Phillies on the money line at minus 135. Nationals and White Sox over under of 8.5. Nationals minus 125, White Sox plus 105. Nobody's going to these games because they didn't even do a split doubleheader. They don't even want to get 2 revenues. They're just doing straight doubleheader. They know ain't nobody showing up for these games. They want to get these things done and over with. Give me that Nerfy, baby. Yeah, I'm liking the, these bullpens though, man. Ugh. Yeah, I'd probably just take a full game under. Actually, the bullpens are okay right now. The bullpens are okay. Both the ERAs are in the 2. The whips are 0.92 and 1.1. Both opponent batting averages are below the Mendoza line. I like under 8.5. Under 8.5. Blue Jays and Orioles with an over-under of 8. Blue Jays plus 140. Orioles come in at minus 166. This is an early 2 candidate because Chris Bassett's been really good. And Orioles hit league worse, 185. Weighted runs created of 71. Blue Jays much, much better. Up in the top 12 of the league, hitting 247 with the weighted runs created of 92. Early 2 for me, Blue Jays plus 140. But full game, though, that's tough because that Orioles bullpen is good. I'll go full game, though. Full game, Blue Jays plus 140. I like it. Marlins and Tigers, over under of 8. Marlins plus 150. Tigers minus 180. They're close in the stats until you get, kind of in the bullpen. And then it's like, I can kind of see where the Tigers, were able to win that game yesterday. But I'm not paying minus 180. It's too close. I do Marlins run line plus 1.5. Marlins run line plus 1.5. Did they get blown out yesterday? Or not blown out, but they covered the run line yesterday. I go back to it again. Marlins on the run line. Stats are too close. Stats don't look great, but the stats are at least close comparatively to each other. So I'll go ahead and take Marlins on the run line plus 1.5. Rays and Red Sox over under of 9. Rays minus 102. Red Sox minus 118. I like the Rays. They're my dog of the day. I've got them I'm even doing the Rays. I pivoted to the Rays F5 money line on the official card just because of bullpen usage yesterday. Otherwise, I would have gone full game money line as well. But due to bullpens, I pivoted to Rays F5 money line. But no, I like the Rays. A good chance here with the Red Sox struggling to Aaron Savali. What's that prop at? Is it still at 140? I wonder what people are doing with that prop. Oh, it's down to plus 115. About 40 minutes ago, it was plus 140. It's down to plus 115. He should, with the way the Red Sox are struggling, I like the Rays again today. They were good cash to us yesterday. They jumped out to that 3-0 lead. Then I got nervous when the Red Sox hit a 3-run home run to tie it up, but then it all dried up for the Red Sox. They didn't do a damn thing after that. Struggling right now. Aaron Savali, I like him over 15.5 outs. Give me Rays on the money line, minus 102. No longer at plus money. No longer at plus money. Is the F5 money lines at minus 110. So, all right, we're at plus 105. Let's get it. Cubs and Braves over under of 8. Cubs plus 164. Braves minus 198. I'm taking the over 8 here. Really like the Cubs being able to be productive offensively. You're seeing the Braves numbers come up. They're not sexy, but again, we get the advantage of seeing what happens every day by moving the day over. And the Braves are coming up. I think they can get the tie on. The bullpen here for the Cubs is struggling. The ERA is over 5. The opponent's batting average is 276. Whips 1.5. It all really, it looks bad. And the Braves are still in the bottom half of the league from a bullpen perspective as well. I like over 8. Give me over 8 in Atlanta between the Cubs and the Braves. Yankees and Twins over under of 8.5. Yankees minus 122. Twins plus 102. I like the Yankees here. Let me see if Rodon's still at that 5.5 for Ks. Yeah, let's see. It's minus 160. People are hammering the under. I knew that was a good play. It was, when I was doing my research, minus 145. That's why I didn't jump on it. Just too juicy to be doing that. But, yeah, it's great. And now it's minus 160. I like it. I like it. I like Yankees on the money line, as I talked about there in the double play. Pirates and Brewers, over-under of 8.5. Pirates plus 140. Brewers minus 166. This one, a little bit of a tough one. They over-soared yesterday pretty easily. And, yeah, I can see it. Both of these bullpens are in the bottom 10. And while the offenses aren't great, Milwaukee, they're both trending up. I like the over 8.5. Over 8.5. I like that. With Priester and Ross going too. Yeah, I like it. Not sexy numbers. I mean, hitting 230, hitting 245. The weighted runs created are 112.97. Neither team really striking out, though. Both of them under 25%. So I like the over 8.5. It's the bullpens that, man, are struggling here. I mean, the opponent's batting average is 307 and 272. That's awful. FIPs of 4.7 and 4.7. Awful. I like the over 8.5 between Pirates and Brewers. Nationals and White Sox. Yeah, this is game 2 now. Yeah, I don't know. That was tough. Let's see. Oh, the numbers still suck, but the bullpens look good. Why does the total drop for a point? Just because Sox versus left-handers were, I think, doing the exact same thing they were doing versus right-handers. They're hitting 232, and they're hitting 226. They're basically the same effing team. I don't know. That's a tough one. Guardians and Rangers with an over-under of 9. Guardians minus 102. Rangers minus 118. Of course, we got a push yesterday. This one, I was going to back the Rangers, and actually, is the F5 over 1.5, or is there still 2.5? Yeah, it's 2.5. If that Guardians bullpen, see, that's why I didn't pivot to the F7 like I did the Yankees, because the Guardians bullpen is so good. Whips under 1, ERA's 1.3, opponent's batting average. It's all really good. But the Rangers mash right-handed pitching. They're right behind the Phillies, top 3. Not looking great. There's a way into this game. Do they have an outs prop for that guy? Oh, now they do. Oh, that was not there earlier. We're going to add a play right here, boys. Hold on. I want to see how deep Ben Lively's been going in his starts. Hold on. They didn't even have that up earlier. The Rangers are crushing right-handers. Yeah, he's having a good year. So that was an over and over, an under and over and an under. So under in 2 of 5. He went under against the Braves and the Red Sox. Came back 5 days later and got an extra inning, got another 4 outs. That's impressive. There's a way into this game. What's what do they, and they don't strike out either? Yeah. There's a way into this game. Over 1.5 walks is minus 155. They drew 11%. Man. I can't trust, the reason I can't do the F5 run back from yesterday is because of whoever the hell they're throwing. Jack Leiter. And boy, he's got some rough numbers. Woof. He's got some really, really rough numbers. Ben Lively over 5.5 hits is minus 155. Like, that's all. Him to have earned runs allowed. His earned run allowed is over 3.5, but the F5 team total is 2.5. It's interesting. And if that outprop went to 17.5, I could bet it. What's Caesar's got? 16.5. I have to look at that after. What's the not doing a full game team total. They're not getting runs late in this game against an elite bullpen. That ain't happening. They didn't get any runs yesterday late in that game. Hell, didn't they get shut out? I think they got shut out. Yeah, they got shut out. They do a goddamn thing. Who'd they go up against yesterday? Right-hander or left-hander? Bibby. Oh, he's a right-hander. Fuck. Tough one. Come back to that. It's tough. I like the... Man. With the way Leiter's numbers look, the way that Cleveland bullpen looks, the Rangers bullpen is... ERA is 9.7. With the FIP's 5.8. That's awful. That makes it a tough over-under when one bullpen's elite and the other bullpen's full-on struggling. Of course, we haven't... I want to bet in that game. I wanted to get that Rangers. I don't like to pass on teams that are really hot, but I don't know the sportsbooks priced it so I can get into that game. So I'll may have to come back to that one. That one's tough. Athletics and Astros over under of 8.5. Athletics plus 145. Astros minus 175. Yesterday is a day you could take a stab on the Athletics. Not today. Not with them throwing JP Sears and where the Astros crush left-handers. I like the Astros on the run line. Athletics have their good arms ready, but I don't think they can get into those good arms with the amount that JP Sears should be getting hit. So they actually face a left-hander tomorrow in Framber Valdez, and they actually hit left-handers really stinking good. So if the Astros can win the game today, I'll probably be back on the Athletics tomorrow because they'll have their hitting advantage with how well they hit left-handers, and then their good arms and their bullpen will be up and ready to go. So, and they'll probably be to salvage the series to get a game. They'll be looking to go to that bullpen. Yeah, Athletics tomorrow, but not today. Today it's the Astros run line plus 120. Cardinals and Angels over under of 7.5. Cardinals minus 142. Angels plus 120. I'll go Angels and under. Angels plus 120 and under 7.5. Rockies and Padres over under of 7. Rockies plus 235. Padres minus 290. I tell you right, Rockies are doing better. And you saw them win that game yesterday over the Padres. They've got better numbers. It's marginally, but I don't think that they should be minus 290. I'm going Rockies on the run line plus 1.5 runs, and it's at plus money. The bullpen is improving. Yeah, the bullpen is more than improving. Bullpen is there. Their ERA is 1. Opponent's batting average 183. I could add that sucker to the card. Rockies saw Cease. Padres didn't see Quantrill. I'm telling you, Rockies run line plus 110. I like it. I like that. I like the run and that plus money. I like that a lot. Royals and Mariners over under of 7. Royals plus 136. Mariners minus 162. This one, go over 7. The winner's hard. The winner is the hard part. I'll go Seattle, I guess, but I like the over 7 more. Reds and Diamondbacks, over under of 8.5, plus money for the Reds. Diamondbacks minus 120. I go over 8.5, and I do like the Diamondbacks here, minus 120. And then Dodgers, Giants, over under of 8.5. Dodgers minus 170, Giants plus 142. I mean, what are we talking about? I like Giants F5 money line, to be fair. Full game though, the way the bullpen's then really, Dodgers got the number 1 bullpen. ERA under 1, looking good. What is that, F5? F5 is plus 124. I like that. I like the Giants F5 money line. I like under 8.5. Under 8.5. Under 8.5. And I will be using Blue Jays. Blue Jays for that. So we'll go Blue Jays for that. All right, there we go. There's the MLB slate. All right, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bets. 7 bets to turn a profit for today. Just like we did yesterday. Hopefully a little bit more profit. Man, this Rangers game. Sucks I can't get in on that. That sucks. Hopefully maybe the people can do me a favor and get that outs prop to 17.5 and then probably jump on it. Because then the hit rate becomes a lot better. Because he had a couple 5.2 innings in there. I think he had 2 of them in there. No, just the 1. But that was the, White Sox. And I like it. All right. A couple of those run lines I look. Be careful taking some of these big dogs. Careful. Rockies one looks good. Cubs even look good. Marlins. Blue Jays. I like some of these plus 1.5. So, all right, that's how we'll do it. Let's do the look ahead because I won't be here tomorrow. Again, if you missed the beginning of the show, I'll be attending Kevin's service tomorrow. So I won't be with you guys tomorrow. I'll be doing that. Let's do a little look ahead. Blue Jays and Orioles. Oh, 2 lefties on the mound. I know the Orioles are a lot better. They crush left-handers. Where are the Blue Jays at? Oh, not bad. Oh, that could be an F5 over. Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you got to figure the Orioles have seen Kikuchi a ton. Let me just look on Swish Analytics a ton. See if they have good numbers off of him or what they got. Oh, yeah. Mountcastle hits 467. Adley hits 412. Santander hits 308. Oh, yeah. And what's the other guy? Oh, Cole Irvin? What have the Blue Jays done against him? Oh, yeah. 667, 333. Alejandro Kirk, too. I like that catcher. Good. Get his ass in the game. Yeah. I'm going to write that down. A little early look there. Blue Jays, Jays versus O's. Look for that F5 over. A little look ahead. Marlins and Tigers. How are the Tigers hitting left-handers? Wait, they know they're hitting left-handers. That was our parlay on Friday night with the Twins. It hit. They both hit. It was the over 1.5 parlay. They've come down a little bit. Let's see. Pirates and Brewers. Who's Robert Gasser? Oh, that's that guy that made his debut. Remember him? Nats and White Sox. Lefty on lefty. Here we go. Lefty on lefty. Oh, Nats can't hit left-handers worth shit. And neither can the White Sox, really. Nationals really can't. They're only hitting 167. And Garrett Crotchett's been, unless he had a hiccup that I'm unaware of, he's on a freaking roll. ER or whips under 1. Yeah, shut out Guardians last time out. Dominated the Cardinals, of course. They can't hit left-handers. Good outing against the Twins. That was a repeat performance, too. He got rocked by the Phillies. Who doesn't? Yeah. Be looking for the White Sox tomorrow. White Sox tomorrow in an upset. Although with Corbin on the mound, they may be favored. Actually, they will be favored with Garrett Crotchet. They'll be favored, but hopefully not too big of a favorite. And they've got good bullpen numbers. Yeah, White Sox tomorrow. White Sox in some capacity. Reds and Diamondbacks. Let's see. Path versus Abbott. That should be a repeat pitching matchup. Probably like the over again. Rockies and Padres. Lefty and on a righty. Nah, Padres don't hit left-handers, but Gomber's fucking shit. Yeah, they don't really hit left-handers. Royals and Mariners. 2 righties. Ooh, Brian Wu again. I'll take your under again because the Royals never strike out. Yeah, 19.4%. I'm going to take Wu again. Give me that 5.5 again. I'll take your under Ks again. He only went like 4 innings pitched. Exactly what I said on Friday. Coming off that injury, I didn't think they were going to push him. They didn't push him. He only pitched like 4-point-some-odd innings. I think he ended the game with 3 Ks. Yeah, I'll be looking to do Brian Wu under again. Mets and Phillies. 2 left-handers on the mound, and one of them's Ranger Suarez. God damn, this guy's been on fire. Oh, Mets can't hit left-handers. League worse. Tell me you haven't seen Ranger Suarez this season. Tell me you haven't seen him. And they haven't seen him? Shit. Phillies again tomorrow. Hopefully they win today. It'll be for the sweep. League worse. Mets versus left-handers. Phillies on the money line. I like it. Rays and Red Sox, 2 righties going. Probably would like the Rays again. Bradley in his season debut went 6 strong. They did really good in his season debut. Yeah. Cubs and Braves. A couple righties going. Yeah. A couple righties going. Man, the Cubs suck versus right-handers. Yeah, shit. Hopefully they can win today. Braves win again tomorrow. Yankees and Twins, 2 righties going. Yeah, I mean, I would like the Yankees again tomorrow, just like I like them today. So, Guardians and Rangers. See, now we're getting a better matchup. Now we're getting John Gray up against Carlos Carrasco. I'll like the Rangers again tomorrow. Probably won't be able to bet them. Probably not going to add them, but I like the Rangers. Anyway, you can fade Carrasco. Take them F5. I probably wouldn't go full game with that bullpen, but yeah, probably just go a Carrasco fade or an F5 route. Athletics, yeah, I'll be looking to back the Athletics tomorrow. I don't know who Aaron Brooks is. I think he was the name sounds familiar. Hasn't pitched since 2022. Well, I don't know what you're going to get from him, so probably just fade Valdez or take a team total. They'll probably give you 1.5 because the Athletics are always disrespected. So their numbers for an over 1.5 team total look really good. Have they seen Valdez this year? I haven't seen them, but that's fine. What they do versus them last year? There's 1 start, 2 starts, 3 starts. So in 4 starts, he would have hit the F5 team total, and if it's 1.5, they would hit the F5 team total in 2 of the 4. Yeah, if they give you that 1.5 number tomorrow with low amount of juice, I'll be on it, and they should too. The public generally likes Framber Valdez and hates Athletics, so we should get a good price on that. Cardinals and Angels, 2 righties going. Yeah, it's probably back in the Cardinals. Yeah, the Cardinals hit right-handers. They don't hit left-handers or shit. Not like they hit right-handers great, but certainly better than what they do. So, right, Cardinals, and then Dodgers don't have a starter going up against Logan Webb. I did look up because of Swish Analytics. Dodgers have fantastic numbers off Logan Webb. Fantastic numbers, so. Yeah. All right, there's your little look ahead. Anything pop in? All right, there we go, boys. So I won't be with you tomorrow. Again, I'll be doing a thing there for Kevin's service. So get on Twitter, get those bets. Let's pull in some profit today, boys. Let's get it, boys. All right. Sweet. Have yourself a great Tuesday, boys. We'll hang out with you on Thursday. Have a good one.